Oh, welcome back to Learning Rocks, or welcome to Learning Rocks if this is your first time. My name is Nick, and I drag you along on my journey to try and figure out lapidary and how to polish rocks, carve rocks, do all kinds of different stuff, and learn the different types of rocks and where to find them. And today I did something pretty fun. I tried to make a sphere out of a piece of Jasper that I picked up at the last gym show I was at. Unfortunately, I don't have a lot of equipment at my disposal at my house, so I actually turned a tile saw into a rock saw by getting a lapidary blade, and it does okay, but it's a little rough. It's a really thick blade, so it's not super gentle. I get a lot of breakage. So in this video, you'll kind of see the downside of trying to use equipment that is not designed for what you're trying to do. Here's the piece of Jasper that I picked up, and it was just so cool. I couldn't believe the patterns that were in it. It was pre-cut on one side, but with the rest of it, just wanted to cut through and see if I could find the best patterns. So with this one, there really wasn't a wrong place to cut it. And you can kind of see on here the different breaks that I picked up. I even tried securing it, to make sure it was stable. And, this just isn't the best way to cut through these rocks. Here's some of the nicer pieces that I got out of this. I was pretty happy with the designs and the patterns and colors, and just was really cool, especially this one. This one had a lot going on. But what I really wanted to do was try and make a sphere. There's a lot of really nice equipment that you can get that will just make a sphere for you, but they're a little out of my price range. So I decided to use a cabbing machine and used my saw to try and get close enough that I could get it to work out. I cut a really rough cube, really rough, and tried to round out the edges a little bit so that I could work on it on the cabbing machine. Lesson learned here, I really should have tried to make sure that all 6 sides were even, and I should have taken quite a bit more off of the corners and edges with the saw blade before getting to the cabbing machine. The closer you can get this to perfectly cubed, and the more edges that you can remove, the easier it's going to be to turn it into an actual sphere. I came across the low spot, and no matter how round I got the rest of the sphere, it kept coming back to this flat spot, which forced me to grind it down even smaller. As you go down through here, you just kind of keep wearing it down more and more and more until less and less of the stone is actually touching. And you move down the line from the coarser into the finer grits, and here we're in the polishing stage, where really you're not wearing down a lot of the rock, you're just wearing off the scratches from the previous stages. And in the end, I got something round and I got something made out of rock. I'm gonna call it a sphere, even though it's pretty lopsided, but the colors in this are just awesome. I couldn't be happier with the way that this came out, even though it's just a little wonky. I love Jasper. It's a super hard rock, but when you polish it up, it is just beautiful. So there you have it for a first attempt. Definitely got some lessons on how to do things better next time. I'm going to focus on getting the cube squared as perfectly as possible, cut off a lot more excess material on the rock. And then lastly, just do a better job. I ran out of time. Gonna go through my bin. I got a lot of really cool rocks to go through. I've cut a couple of pieces, and I think I've got some candidates for another sphere when I try that. So if that's something that you thought was interested, check out a couple of my other videos where I fudge my way through different stuff with rock polishing and learning lapidary. So thanks for joining, and please come back again, do that subscribe thing, comment, all that fun stuff. So thanks a lot.